If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you, here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out.
Louisiana State Police Troop C began investigating a fatal crash that occurred on LA 20 near Perez Lane and Chack Bay, located in Lafourche Parish. This investigative briefing has been prepared to provide clarification of the facts and an accurate depiction of the evidence in the moments leading up to the crash and the subsequent investigation. Due to differences in technology, the timestamps on the business surveillance footage may not align with the actual time data recorded by Louisiana State Police based on recorded radio communications. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 52 seconds, a green Dodge Charger is seen traveling south in the opposing lane on LA 20 at a high rate of speed, passing 3 passenger vehicles and 1 loaded 18-wheeler in a designated no passing zone with a 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit. As the green Dodge Charger returns to the southbound lane, aggressive braking and engine deceleration are immediately followed by a crash that can be heard on the surveillance footage. According to the video timestamp, at 12:03 p.m. and 54 seconds, a portion of the crash can be seen as it occurs. Moments before the crash, the gold pickup truck abruptly veers out of the northbound lane into a business, while the green Charger is approaching in the same lane. Immediately after the crash occurred, the green Charger was observed on surveillance video and by witnesses traveling through the crash scene and continues north on LA 20, failing to stop. At the same time, all other vehicles remain at the scene to provide assistance. The briefing will now transition to the trooper's response and investigation. At 12 o'clock p.m., a 2-vehicle injury crash with road blockage was dispatched to Louisiana State Police Troop C via the 911 dispatch system. The responding trooper arrived on the scene at 12:07 p.m. and was immediately met by numerous witnesses who described a green Charger driving aggressively and causing the crash. The video has been edited for time purposes.
Region 2, be advised, we got total road blockage on LA 20.
If you get a chance, can you advise code of injury?
Civil.
It's a natural instinct to turn and then she had no hit head on.
Did you see a green Charger flying that way? A green Charger that going that way?
There was a green Charger
There was a green Charger
that caused all this.
SRT8, he caused all that. He went to pass the cars way back there, sir.
The green Charger collided with these cars?
He went right between.
He went around that truck, okay?
He was passing up with
her right now, and she had no choice. If she hits the pole, she gets this.
How are they injuries? What
she
are they?
got a broken ankle.
And two complaining of back injuries and then stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was on the phone when
2 back injuries, 1 broken ankle?
Yeah.
I'm not exactly. I just told him not to move. You know what I'm saying? Me doing my part.
You said something about a green Charger. Who told you something about a green Charger?
I'm down 18 wheeler right there, sir.
Okay, so you saw it?
I saw it.
What did you see happen?
He went to pass him. I say when he went to pass me cars back there. He was back there around
around the curve.
Around the curve. All right.
Okay.
All right. Hey, he come down. Right. When he come down, I got Mr. Okay. He had his brother that he was taken to the emergency room, to the hospital or something like that, chemo or something like that. But I got his number also to verify this, because he was the car that was in front of her. When that green Charger came, he went caused this whole big traffic, so everybody went to hitting brakes because the Charger, I thought he was hitting the gold truck head on. So he jammed on brakes. She was coming down, they was going that way. when I saw.
Which way was the Charger going? The Charger?
No, Charger going this way.
Charger's going this way. Okay.
She was coming this way.
Okay.
They was going this way also. Mr. jammed on brakes. She went to dodge Mr. And that's when she came on.
I was watching. I was by the gas
station. Hit him, on the left side. She come over and hit him.
Which 18 wheel were you driving?
The Rebel. Right there.
So the Charger, I guess, passed you up?
The Charger's beeline, it was cars behind me because I'm taking my time.
And the Charger was passing all these cars in this
everybody.
lane? And so almost hit this one head on?
No, he almost hit this. It was a gold truck. I got his number right here. That's why I took his number and his name.
Almost hit the gold truck head on?
Yeah, that's his number and phone number and name.
So the gold truck, what did the gold truck do?
The gold truck in his area right here.
The gold truck slams on his brakes.
Slams on brakes to stop the Charger. The Charger swerves back in.
Okay.
And cut somebody else off, whoever was behind them.
Okay.
But then they slammed. They was no. The Charger, he swerved in front of them. They slammed on brakes, and by this time, Mr. he slips through, right?
Okay.
As he slips through, she's coming. She like to ram the back of the gold truck. That's what I'm saying.
She almost hit the back of Miss.
Yeah, Mr.
Was Miss truck hit?
No. He was missed.
Okay. So the truck, Mr. He slammed on it.
In other words, it was right up. The gold truck was right up there.
Right.
Yeah.
He slams on his brakes to avoid the Charger.
Yeah.
This car,
Charger
what?
cuts that car off, if I'm not mistaken.
So what does this car do? It just swerves out the way to avoid.
To avoid hit.
So because I was watching it too.
She turned the wrong way. Yeah. Instead of going towards the post, she turned this way.
Okay, so she turned this way, and then this car was just coming.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And then the Charger
If
came
you want to take that
around.
number, that's the number for the guy that was in the gold truck.
Okay.
Charger passed in between the
Yeah, the
mailbox and the
Charger
car.
stopped.
I took that because he was leaving, but
Okay.
And see what happened, the Charger had stopped.
Is it a green Charger?
Yeah.
it's
But then
Charger.
when he seen what happened, he almost hit me because he came right here and kept on.
He was the only one one of the only ones that jumped out of the traffic. Everybody else turned around went the other way. He jumped out of traffic, eased through here, and went on down the road.
Okay. Okay. Look, I know it's hurting right now, but do you think you could just tell me briefly what happened, or do you remember?
I just know the truck was stopping on brakes. The other car was trying to pass the other car. I was trying to dodge by not hitting them by coming around.
Okay. You remember how fast you were going?
The speed limit.
Okay. Thank you.
While on scene, the investigating trooper obtained written and recorded statements. The trooper also spoke with additional witnesses via phone and ultimately obtained written statements later in the investigation. After the crash, the passenger in the Kia Sorento died. As part of the continued investigation, the investigating trooper made contact with the driver of the gold truck at a later date to obtain an official written statement based on previous conversations. Troopers also received an additional witness statement describing the erratic driving behavior of the green Charger 10 minutes before the crash. Following the on-scene investigation, troopers identified the green Charger as a vehicle of interest and utilized 21 separate surveillance video cameras to capture the uninterrupted path of the green Charger from the crash scene to its Thibodeau business 11 miles away. Through the use of investigative tools, troopers were able to obtain the license plate number of the green Charger on December 19, 2024. On December 26, 2024, troopers determined that Kairen Lacy was the driver of the green Charger at the time of the crash. Just prior to the crash, Lacy was illegally in the opposing lane, passing southbound vehicles. The gold truck traveling north veered right to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger. As the gold truck veered right, the driver of the Kia Cadenza saw the approaching green Charger. In reaction, the Kia Cadenza driver swerved left into the southbound lane and impacted a northbound Kia Sorento. Through the investigation, troopers determined that the driver of the gold truck reacted appropriately to avoid a head-on collision with the green Charger, which was approaching at a high rate of speed. In consideration of the high speed of the green Charger compared to the surrounding and opposing vehicles, the reaction time of the involved drivers was greatly diminished. Since the incident occurred, the Louisiana State Police never reported that the green Charger impacted any of the involved vehicles. However, all evidence collected supports the conclusion that Lacy's reckless operation of the green Charger in oncoming traffic triggered the chain of events involving the other drivers, ultimately resulting in the fatal crash. Additionally, Troopers determined that less than 10 minutes after the crash occurred, evidence supports that Lacy's first outgoing phone call was to a Baton Rouge area personal injury and defense attorney. After consultation with the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office on January 2, 2025, an arrest warrant was signed on January 8, 2025 through the 17th Judicial Court for Kairen Lacy. In coordination with his attorney, Lacy was arrested on January 12, 2025 at the Lafourche Parish Correctional Center. The driver of the Kia Cadenza was initially issued a citation for following too close, which was later amended to driving left of center. This incident resulted in numerous injuries and loss of life. All involved victims deserve a thorough and complete investigation based on all available factual evidence.
Cold-blooded demonstration. But the coldest part about that whole demo is this right here. It's all a lie. The whole thing is a straight up lie. And this lie right here caused this young brother to lose his mind and kill himself. Now here it is, we have a young brother who's been playing football his whole life. He's about to be drafted to the NFL, top picks. It's mandatory, he going to the NFL. This how good this young brother is. But he gets into a high-speed chase with the police, as you see. And they accuse him of the murder of the man that crashed his car. They are telling everybody in the world. Back then, I even did a video on that demonstration. They told everybody, crooked police, crooked, told everybody that, hey, look, you know, we was chasing this guy right here, talking about Lacy, the college football player. We chasing him in the car, you know, and he swerved over and caused the accident. And being that he swerved over and caused the accident, he is the reason for the murder. He caused the accident. And being that he caused the accident, he shall be held accountable and responsible for the murder. Now, here it is. Like, when I first seen it, I was like, damn, this is unfortunate, you know? Because, you know, we like to believe our law enforcement. We like to believe that they gonna tell the truth. But when you come from the ghettos across America, you understand that a lot of policemen are crooked. A lot of policemen will lie. And in this situation, they lied so cold-blooded that it caused this young brother here to lose his mind, y'all. Look, they lock him up, he bail out, he start going around his family. His family members are reporting that after the lockup, he just was staying in his room, you know, he wasn't the same. And the reason why is because he believing that his life is over with. The boy done gave up his whole life for the sport of football, something that he loved. And now here it is, it's going to be snatched from him due to a lie. So here it is, he gets into an argument with one of his family members. During this argument, he produces a firearm. He didn't aim it at his family member. He didn't shoot at his family member. But when he pulled it out, the gun went off and one round went into the ground. One round went into the floor of the house. Now, after he does that, he dips out the crib, jumps in his car, he gone, right? While he's gone, he's speeding. Police see that he's speeding, he put him on another high-speed chase. But this time, during the high-speed chase, while they chasing him, he pulls out his gun, shoots himself, and kills himself. Cold-blooded demonstration. Rest in peace to that brother, Lacy. Now, the unfortunate part about this whole demo is this right here. The police lied on this brother and had everybody, I'm talking about everybody in the college football world, everybody in the United States was believing that this man right here just tricked off his whole life and then killed himself. Because he killed somebody and he couldn't live with that. That's what everybody was entertaining. But it all was a lie. Check it out.
That's right. So Kairen Lacy's attorney says that he looked at every piece of evidence, including surveillance video, body cam footage, and the investigative report by the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. During that interview shared with us by Homa TV, the attorney says reports between the District Attorney's Office and State Police do not add up. During a recent interview on Homa TV, former LSU football star Kairen Lacy's attorney, Matt Ory, says data and surveillance video shows Lacy was more than 70 yards away from a collision on State Highway 20 in Lafourche Parish that killed 78-year-old Herman Hall in December of 2024.
At the time of impact, he's 72.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact.
Following that wreck, Lacy was accused of being at fault for the crash and turned himself in to state police in January on counts of negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle. At the time of his arrest, Louisiana State Police stated that Lacy, who was driving a green Dodge Charger, illegally passed multiple vehicles, causing a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction to avoid Lacy by swerving and crashing head-on into the vehicle that Herman Hall was a passenger in. Ory says Lacy was too far away to have any effect on the crash.
Kairen Lacy did in fact pass 4 cars. There's no disputing that. Further north, Kairen Lacy passed 4 cars. However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall.
In a statement sent to WWL Friday night, Louisiana State Police said in response to the Homa TV interview in part, investigative findings revealed that Mr. Lacy's reckless driving while approaching oncoming traffic led to the events of the crash.
The very last line of the report from the District Attorney's Office says, the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kairen Lacy should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him.
Ory suggests a state trooper was trying to influence one witness on how to describe the crash. But during that exchange, the witness involved in the crash can be heard blaming another driver who is not Lacy before the state trooper redirects the conversation to Lacy's Charger.
That lady in the back of me, she didn't know what was happening. That's how she called that record. She was running in the back of me.
So, but the Charger was coming right at you, correct? And that's why you had to slam on your brake, the head on with you. So, yeah, just make sure you include that, and that's very important.
Lacy, one of LSU's top wide receivers set to enter this year's NFL draft, took his own life with a self-inflicted gunshot wound in April.
To this day, formal charges were never accepted by the district attorney. This is over. There's no criminal proceeding.
Done.
This is about making a promise to a kid who begged you to help him.
And we are waiting for a response after reaching out to the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office about the investigation and that Homa TV interview. We also reached out to Matt Ory's office, and we are waiting for a response from him as well. Whitney?
See what I'm saying? This the type of stuff that, you know, young black men and young black women, or just black men and black women, period, have to deal with sometimes when we dealing with law enforcement. Now, look, being that this brother done took his life, being that this brother's whole career has been ruined, his life is over with, based off of a police officer's lie, and the prosecuting attorney understood that it was a lie, who's going to be held accountable for that? And I'm not talking about, hey, you know, we're going to take this officer off the street. We're going to give him some death duty. The prosecuting attorney that charged him knowing that it was a lie, we're just going to give them some. No, people need to be fired. Listen, I don't care where you work at in the United States of America. If you do anything that calls somebody to die, if you do anything, I'm talking about lie or whatever, and it causes somebody to die, your ass is getting fired and you going to jail. So what's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to this prosecutor? What's going to happen to this policeman who lied on the young brother? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, too many times they get away with this type of stuff. They get a slap on the wrist for this type of stuff. And it's costing people their lives. Now, we got to understand something. I'm talking about, like, when all this came out, We gotta understand that his family, mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, grandmama, nephew, children, wife, woman, whatever, all them was under the impression that their loved one, Lacy, caused the death of an innocent man who is a military vet. They living with this like, damn, he shouldn't have did that. He was driving, he swerved over, and the man killed himself. He got to be held accountable. They family was believing that. But what they didn't count on is that good old video footage. Yeah. And now that the footage done come out, now you got to understand what's going on in the mental of the family. The police lied, destroyed their family member's life. And not only that, fucked his head up so much, excuse my language, y'all, that he took his life. Now, that's already something that the family is going through. But here it is, we got Charleston White. I'm talking about this brother right here is, and see, this is what I be talking about with Charleston White. Like, I know he's a highly intelligent brother. I know he is. I done watched this man speak. I done studied this man. Highly intelligent. But for him to say the things that he say, I'm talking about and hurt people. The way that he hurt people. I could never agree with that right there. Now, truth be told, some of the stuff that he say, I be like, yeah, that's cool. Hey, the brother, he preaching. But when he get on this part right here, when he get to doing this type of stuff right here, he lose me. Check it out.
Fuck Kairen Lacy. He done been found innocent and he done guaranteed a trip to hell. Nigga, fuck a weak ass nigga. Nigga, he know he innocent. Nigga, finna kill my mother for fuck that nigga. And fuck his mama and anybody else who supported him, nigga. Fuck everybody who mad about Kairen Lacy. He was a weak ass nigga that killed himself. He was supposed to die. Nigga, fuck is you talking about? Nigga was meant for him to die. He's not going to heaven. Anybody who commits suicide is going to where, boys and girls? Hell, where he's gonna rot in, boys and girls. Kairen Lacy will rot in hell.
That's uncalled for. Regardless of your opinion and what you think about suicide and stuff like that, that is uncalled for. Because here it is, this man right here still have loved ones that's really grieving now. You thought they was grieving then. Now that they know that they son and they loved one done took his life based on a lie. And then you got this Charleston White talking so disrespectful about they loved one and calling him weak and all that and just disrespecting this man because he took his life. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Before I depart, right? I understand like a lot of people, believe in the Bible, right? We got a lot of Christian brothers and sisters, right? And, even as a young boy, I was taught that if you commit suicide, you're going to hell. But as I grew older, as I studied the Bible front to back, there's not one single verse in the Bible, the Holy Bible, that says suicide gonna send you straight to hell. There's not one single verse in the Bible that says suicide is a sin. And being if you commit suicide, you going to hell. There's not one verse. Not one. And the cold-blooded part about that, I'm talking about prominent people in the Bible committing suicide. People that are talking about, look, hey, God is guiding me and stuff like that. What's the brother named Saul? Didn't he commit suicide? You see? And I'm not saying this to have people say, hey, it's okay to kill yourself. It's not even in the Bible. I'm not saying that right there. So please don't misinterpret my words. I'm just saying that his reasoning, Charleston White reasoning, is baseless because the Bible don't teach that. That's something that you was taught, like I was taught by other people that didn't know what the hell they was talking about. Now, I can hear some of the Christian brothers and sisters, well, hood educated, man, you know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not murder, that's in the 10 Commandments, Now, listen, murder and suicide is two different things. Two different things. You see what I'm saying? So, look, being that he talking that and disrespecting that brother like that, trying to use the Bible to do it, come on, brother, that is distasteful. I know Charleston White is way more intelligent than that. But that right there is distasteful, and you got some people agreeing with it. Like, he is right, you commit suicide, you got to be weak, you got to be soft. You don't know what's going on in the mind of people. You don't know what people are going through. Yeah. Don't nobody know that. Yeah, it is strange, because we like, damn, this person killed themselves. Like, you think to yourself, like, I'll never do that. But you ain't been in that person's shoes. You don't know what that person is going through mentally and emotionally to say what you will and won't do. That's just like I be hearing a lot of these brothers running around to my, man, I ain't gonna snitch. I would never snitch. And they ain't even been put in a position to snitch. You see, ain't never been under that pressure, looking at life in the penitentiary, looking at the death penalty. You see? But they gonna tell you, man, I ain't snitching on nothing, man. I ain't, hell no, I'm solid. Yeah, all right. Get in the situation, get up into that fire, and then we gonna see what time it is. See, you got to be tried and true. You got to be tested. You can't just say what you won't do and you ain't even been through the test. It don't go like that. And so here it is. This brother right here, Charleston White, is using the Bible for his basis for disrespecting a dead black man. A man that was mentally disturbed and committed suicide. I can never agree with that right there. That's out of pocket. That's wrong. And the cold-blooded part, Charleston White ain't never lost a child. You see, Charleston White children are living good, healthy, going to school every day, living well, breathing air. They are alive. So he doesn't know what it feels like to lose a child. He don't know what it feels like to have your child kill themselves. But then he gonna talk down on this brother. And I'm talking about with no regard for the feelings and the emotions and the love for his loved ones and family members and stuff like that. See, now, when I say he ain't lost nobody, the reason why I'm putting that out there is this right here, y'all. A lot of the times, us people, right? We don't understand what a person is going through because we ain't never been through it. You see? Now, anybody that has lost a child would tell you that, hey man, that was the toughest ever, because You're not supposed to lose your children. You're supposed to go ahead and die, and then your children live. You're not supposed to lose your children. But a lot of people would tell you that, hey man, I lost my child, man, and I lost it. I couldn't do nothing. It was over with for me. And here it is, this brother right here talking so bad about this man, talking bad about this young brother, as if he don't have no loved ones. And it's easy for Charleston White to do this. Why? Because he ain't lost a child. His child ain't committed suicide. So he don't know what that feel like. And that's what gives him the law and the authority to disrespect somebody else's dead child. Cold-blooded demonstration. Now, before I depart, allow me to say this right here. I understand that, you know, for some people on the internet, they got to play this character, they got to play this role and stuff like that, just so that they can keep the money, you know, to keep rolling in. And with Charleston White, like when he do these type of things right here and talk so bad about people and stuff like that, we pay attention, you know. And I believe our paying attention is causing him to do more self-destructive type things. Because quiet is kept. Attention, clout, that's the new drug. I'm talking about attention and clout. That's a super powerful drug. That drug right there probably more powerful than fentanyl. You see? Because people are doing all type of strange things, losing their lives. You understand what I'm saying? For clout, for attention. And I understand the power of it. Because when I was young, running and ripping them streets, when I think about all the stuff that I was engaging in, it was because of attention. What you mean, hood educated? Break it down for us. Okay, let me elaborate. When you out there gang banging, right? When you out there in the streets throwing on your nice clothes, the best clothes, talking about the clothes that you spend thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars for, the jewelry that you got on, the stuff you got on your wrist, your neck, your nose, earrings, hats, whatever. All of it is for attention. Yeah. Your car, yes, attention. Your house, yes, attention. Look at me, everybody. Look at the clothes I got on. I got Gucci and Louis Vuitton and a Miri on, right? Look at my hat. Y'all ain't got no hat like this. Y'all ain't got that brown and that sky blue Twin City hat. Y'all ain't got it like that. You see what I'm saying? The shoes I got on my feet cost $2,000. Y'all ain't got these. Oh, y'all got them? Well, I got them too. You see, everything is for attention. And so going back to when I was gang banging and all that old type of stuff, I used to love the attention that the older brothers would give me. When I would go put that work in, slang that pistol, and I come back to the hood, fortunately, to make it back after traveling to my ops hood and coming back, making it back unscathed to my neighborhood, yeah, my gun empty, dog. Yeah, man. Lord Wild, boy, I'm telling you, man, Lord Wild is here. I remember that one time I seen Lord, and you were chasing dude down the street, and y'all had, and I'm just sitting up there, I'm talking about loving every moment of it. Yeah, that's me. And now I'm getting more reckless because I love the attention. Yeah, I love when people talk good about me, about the bad stuff that I was doing. Yeah. See, it's all about the attention. And I believe the more that we pay attention to Charleston White, the more low down and dirty he gonna get. This is Hood Educated, not Lame Related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Allow me to give a shout out to Tracy Frazier for the $10 Zelle. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Allow me to give a shout out to Glenn Brown for the $2 super thanks. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Allow me to give a shout out to Marlon Troy for the $5 cash app. Thank you. Leslie Rickford for the $5 cash app. Thank you. Devetta Williams for the $25 cash app. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And last but not least, Janet Simmons for the $10 cash app. This is hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love. And y'all take care of yourself out there.